It was the day after Christmas. Across the coasts of Thailand, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, and the Maldives, tourists were waking up in paradise. Some with champagne hangovers from the night before, others already out in the sun, toes buried in the sand. In beachside cafés, the smell of fresh coffee drifted into the air. Families splashed in turquoise waters. Dive boats idled offshore. And no one, absolutely no one, had any idea that in just minutes, the ocean itself would rise up and come for them. By the time it was over 230,000 people were dead, making it one of the deadliest natural disasters in modern history. Thousands of tourists were caught in it. Many would vanish forever. This is the true story of the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. How it happened, how some survived the impossible, and how a perfect holiday morning turned into a nightmare beyond imagination. The morning of December 26, 2004, began like any other on the beaches of southern Thailand, Sri Lanka, and Indonesia. At 7:58 a.m. local time, about 100 miles off the coast of northern Sumatra, the Earth shifted in a way it hadn't in decades. A magnitude 9.1 to 9.3 megathrust earthquake, one of the largest ever recorded, struck deep beneath the Indian Ocean. The quake occurred along the Sunda megathrust, where the Indian plate is being forced under the Burma plate. This sudden rupture released the energy of 23,000 Hiroshima bombs in just seconds. On Sumatra itself, the shaking was catastrophic, lasting an unbearable 8 to 10 minutes. In Banda Aceh, the closest major city, buildings crumbled instantly. Roads split open. People were thrown to the ground. But hundreds of miles away, in Thailand's Phuket and Khao Lak, in Sri Lanka's Unawatuna Beach, in the Maldives, and in countless smaller resorts, tourists felt nothing. No shaking, no warning. The earthquake had triggered something far worse for them: a tsunami. Unlike a storm surge, a tsunami can travel silently across the ocean at jetliner speeds, over 500 miles per hour. The waves race outward from the epicenter in all directions. In deep water, they can be almost invisible, but as they reach shallow coastlines, they rise and rise. In the beach resorts of southern Thailand, the first sign something was wrong was eerie and deceptive. At around 9:30 a.m. local time, the ocean began to drain away. In places like Patong Beach and Kamala, the tide receded so far that the seafloor was suddenly exposed. Coral reefs, shells, and stranded fish glittered in the sunlight. Tourists and locals, many unaware of what this meant, ran out onto the wet sand, laughing, collecting seashells, and taking photos. Children chased the retreating water. But those who had lived near the sea long enough knew, when the ocean disappears that fast, it always comes back. Minutes later, onlookers began to hear a sound, low, growing like distant thunder. Then they saw it. A dark, fast-moving line on the horizon. In Khao Lak, Thailand, the wave was estimated at 10 meters high, over 30 feet. It hit with unimaginable force, picking up cars, trees, and entire bungalows, as if they weighed nothing. One survivor, a Swedish tourist named Petra, later recalled, "I heard people screaming, but I didn't understand why. Then I saw the black wall. I had only seconds. I started running, but it was too late. The water took me." In Phuket, the waves smashed through beachside restaurants, sweeping away diners, still clutching their morning coffee. People on the sand had no time to escape. Farther west, in Sri Lanka, the first waves arrived around 9:50 a.m. local time. The popular tourist town of Unawatuna saw water surging into hotels, shattering windows, and dragging guests out to sea. Many survivors remember not one but multiple waves, each more destructive than the last. Tsunamis often arrive as a series, and here the second wave was the deadliest. In the city of Gale, a packed train known as the Queen of the Sea was hit by a wall of water and derailed, killing more than 1,700 people, making it the deadliest train disaster in history. Among them were foreign travelers heading to beach resorts. Even the Maldives, over 1,500 miles from the epicenter, were struck. The normally calm turquoise lagoons rose into violent floods, forcing tourists to climb onto rooftops of overwater villas. The waves kept racing, hitting the coast of East Africa hours later, where dozens more died in Somalia, Kenya, and Tanzania. The sheer scale of destruction was unlike anything the modern tourism industry had seen. Beach towns were erased, entire fishing villages gone. While the death toll was staggering, there were also miraculous survival stories. In Thailand, 10-year-old Tilly Smith from England saved dozens of lives on Mai Khao Beach when she recognized the signs of a tsunami from a school geography lesson. She told her parents and hotel staff, who quickly evacuated people to higher ground, minutes before the first wave hit. In Sri Lanka, some tourists survived by clinging to palm trees for hours. Others were carried far inland and deposited in rice fields, bruised and bleeding but alive. One diver in Thailand was underwater when the wave passed overhead, feeling only a strange, strong current. When he surfaced, the beach was gone. When the water finally receded, the scale of the tragedy became clear. Indonesia. Over 167,000 dead, mostly in Aceh province. Sri Lanka. Over 35,000 dead. India, over 16,000 dead. Thailand, around 8,000 dead, including at least 2,000 foreign tourists. Dozens more died in Malaysia, the Maldives, Myanmar, and even Somalia. Rescue operations were chaotic. Airports overflowed with the injured. Makeshift morgues were set up in temples and sports halls. Families searched desperately for loved ones. Many never found. Forensic teams from around the world arrived to help identify bodies, especially in Thailand, where so many victims were tourists from Sweden, Germany, the UK, and Australia. One haunting question remained. Why wasn't there a warning? In 2004, the Pacific had a well-established tsunami warning system, but the Indian Ocean did not. Coastal populations were largely unprepared. Even though scientists in Hawaii detected the quake within minutes, there was no protocol to alert countries in time. In the years after the disaster, the Indian Ocean Tsunami Warning System was created to ensure such a catastrophe would never strike without warning again. For many tourists, the horror was compounded by the cruel timing. It was the Christmas holiday season. Flights were full, beaches were crowded, and entire families had traveled from around the world to be together. One Swedish family of 5 was staying at a beach bungalow in Khao Lak. Only the father survived, found clinging to debris miles inland. He later said, "We had been laughing moments before. Then, they were gone. I don't even remember breathing." Thousands of tourists never returned home. Those who did often carried deep trauma, haunted by the screams, the force of the water, and the faces of strangers they couldn't save. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami remains a sobering reminder of how powerless we are against nature. The wave's energy circled the planet 7 times before dissipating. In its wake, it left not just destruction, but lessons about early warning, about respecting the signs nature gives us, and about the fragile line between paradise and peril. On December 25th, the beaches were postcard perfect. By December 26th, they were mass graves. Those who were there say they'll never again hear the ocean's roar without feeling fear. Because on that day, the ocean didn't just touch the shore, it swallowed it whole.